We're out here on the range today, and I'm going to show you how you can use this modular training wall.
So today we're out on the range here in Salisbury, North Carolina with our modular training wall. And really the purpose of this system is really to allow DOE and nuclear security officers to train safely out on the range in an environment that replicates what they might find inside of a BRE or defensive fighting position. So on this particular configuration, the reason that it's modular is that we can actually adapt this to fit any specific needs you might have. So we have drop-in modules for windows, weapons ports, or any other kind of different apertures that you might be looking or fighting through on your nuclear site. So with that being said, up top we have a standing firing port, and then we have a kneeling firing port here. So for this particular model, we have our GP3 weapons port, which we'll get into a bit more detail in a minute. And then on the bottom we have a traditional GP1 slide port. So really the big difference between this and its use for the range versus a ballistic model is that this is made out of hollow tube aluminum and HDPE plastic. So should you have an ND or negligent discharge or anything like that, the rounds will pass safely through the actual system itself, not causing harm to the operators, which is a big difference if you're firing from a ballistic model where you could get splashback. For our standing port up here, we have view ports both to the left and right of the GP3. And a quick rundown on the GP3, really it's designed, and when you see it in action it'll make sense, but your weapon device will actually go through the turret right here, and you'll be looking through the ballistically rated viewport above the turret itself, and you actually be able to get a good mounting platform for your weapon system and engage targets downrange. What's also great about the GP3 is that you can actually close off and lock your turret in a locked position. This is all ballistically rated, and you also have the ability to slide left and right like a traditional slide port, so it gives you the benefits of both systems. Now, when we move to our kneeling port, so the GP1 just happens to be down here. This is a unique version that's a split slide port, so you can actually disengage and only open slightly to the left or slightly to the right, and you can actually engage them to move left and right and keep a tight window for your weapon system and for your operator to have maximum protection. Typically for the nuclear space will come in two configurations. They'll either be NIJ4 or 50 cal AP rated. Those are the most common. However, we have the capacity to do really any ballistic rating that you may require. The last thing I have to say about the MTW is that, as you can see, it's fully above grade. It's not fixed to the ground, so you can move it across your range however you may need it to have good, safe training operations at your range.
All right, enough. Let's see it in action. Let's go.
All right, so we're about to do a quick training on the GP1 weapons port. This one is in the lower shooting position. Brand over here is not a nuclear security officer or has ever manipulated or used one of these. So I'm gonna give a quick rundown, and we'll show him how to use it, and then he'll live fire it. So Brand, right here, this is our GP1 weapons port. This is our trainer version. This one's a bit unique in the fact that it's a split port. Very often, our standard GP1 will actually be the full 12-inch plate with a single slider, and you just slide left, right. So you would start from the outside and work your way in. With the split port, you're already starting center line. Yep. So depending which handed shooter you are, all you simply have to do is unlock the detent. And really what you want to keep in mind is keeping as tight of a gap as you can right here for maximum protection, while still giving you the visibility downrange to see and engage your target. So you being a left-handed shooter, right, you're going to be up with your right knee up. You're going to be as low as possible. And anytime that you can use any support, whether it's lower, left, right support, and to be able to view it and engage your target, really you want to get a good solid shooting stance while maintaining maximum coverage is really the basics of it. Outside of that, it's pretty straightforward. If, you know, for whatever reason you're taking direct hits and you need to quickly close your port, you can simply just go, lock it in place. Now you have full ballistic protection, and you might move to another firing position. You might move up to your top port, whatever the case may be. But it's pretty easy. You have your top rail and bottom rail, and that's what's going to keep the ballistic plate in place and keep you alive.
Cool. Easy enough.
All right, cool. Load, show clear. All right, again here we have Brandon, not a nuclear security officer, never fired out of any of our weapons ports until he just did the GP1 a few minutes ago. Did a great job. So what I'm gonna do here is give him a quick rundown on the GP3 weapons port, what the differences are, and get him quickly trained up so he learns how to shoot from this platform. So what we have here, Brandon, is our GP3 weapons port. It's really got two main components. Up top, this is a training, but this is a ballistic viewport you would be looking through. They are replaceable, so should you need to, at any point, you can simply quickly disconnect and reconnect and put in a fresh cartridge. This right here is the actual turret of the GP3 weapons port. What's cool about this is that, so this right here is just a training model, so it's not actually fitted to the weapon systems that we run, but it's fully interchangeable. So should you run different weapon systems, or should you be doing a force on force and want to put in the whisker biscuit for the Miles training adapter, you can do that. So this right here is just a standard 3-inch configuration that we have, but for the majority of our customers, we actually custom mill these to fit the weapons platform that you're shooting from. The purpose of that is to give you the most ballistic protection possible, and additionally it gives you a much more stable shooting platform. So when your muzzle device, like this, is built out for a suppressor, your suppressor would go in here and it's a fairly snug fit to where there's minimal movement in there, and it essentially acts like a tripod for your shooting platform. So what we're going to do, we're switching the weapon system up a bit for you this go around. So we have an AR-10 here. So all you're going to do, and unloaded, unsafe, all we're going to do is go forward. You're going to punch through the aperture, and once you're in, so like here, because it's not fitted, I actually like to press my handguard just up towards the top. You're going to go and get your sight picture and begin engaging the target. Okay, it's literally that simple. And the obvious benefits, especially when you have a fitted GP3 turret, is that you have complete ballistic protection from behind that weapons port, and you're essentially acting like a coax tank turret, right? So if you want to give it a quick sight picture, see how you feel, and then we'll do a quick run for you. Up there. There you go.
How do you like to stabilize on the GP3?
So like I said, for a fitted one, for a fitted one, it's going to fit right in there. For like this training, that can accept any. Yep, you see how your top side right there?
Yep. I gotta move my hat back. I'm gonna. That's on 6x right now. Is that good? Like that, or is it not high enough? Oh,
there you go.
I
see that?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little awkward because you have to, like, with the length of the rifle, you kind of gotta.
I mean, you can adjust the buttstock if you need it.
Yeah. Probably get a sight picture on this bed.
So after your quick 30-second training tutorial, how'd you feel about shooting on the GP3 and the GP1?
Felt great. I like the application used for both of them, and I like the ability to configure it kind of however you need for your training. GP1 was super easy to manipulate. It allowed you to not have too much gap. When firing through it. GP3 super easy to use. And it allowed that swivel action if you need it to acquire targets down. So super easy to use. Love the system, and hope to use it more.
Cool. All right. Well, if you guys need anything else, be sure to shoot us an email at info@kontekindustries.com, and we'll get you more details about the MTW and more.